I was wondering if we could have line of saris based on the ragas. Maybe I've heard like there is I don't know much about music, but I know that much that there is something, the Arohanam and Avarohanam, which is something to do with the scales, which is unique for every raga. And there are some 72 main ragas and several other ragas. So I thought that's something interesting. So that's how it began. And I had assumed that there must be some musical notes to denote each raga. But unfortunately, it's not like that. I had thought of a line for a sari, which I thought it would be something universal, where a person, because music is beyond language. So I thought anyone belonging to any, speaking any language would be able to understand that and, relate it to a particular raga. Finally, when I met Dr Sriram, it was like he was almost like God sent. He had so much knowledge about it. At the same time, he was so humble, and even when he understood that I didn't know much about music, he could still respect and that when I conveyed my wish to have it on a sari, to design it, he was very considerate. And immediately he came up and with a few ideas as to how it could be done. And that's how the whole theme came up, because mine was just a thought, but I think the entire concept around it was, Dr. Sriram helped us to conceptualize the whole thing, and then he came forward even to do the little, the soundtracks. For every sari, he said he could do, a small little note in that particular raga. The tune would be in that raga. So that was really wonderful of him. And I guess this, we call it the concert collections and Swaras and Silk. And this is something which I would like to dedicate to the ordinary music lover who just, loves the sound of music, even if maybe he doesn't know even the nuances of it. So when we discussed this with our agency as well, and with my daughter, and of course with the videographer, at this particular concept, whether he finds it interesting, that is also important. So this was nice when the agency also, the people we work with, it's as I said, it's the entire marketing team. So when they came, when I put it across to them, so one of them suggested, why not have the sound of the loom, if that could be incorporated, into the music and into the tune. So when we put it forth to Dr. Sriram, he really liked that idea, and he said, definitely this can be done. So and that is when he said, I can do a tune for each of the raga, and we can see how this can be, blended into that. And when we spoke about this with our photographer and videographer, so he suggested, why not shoot it at the loom? Because we also wanted a part of the making also to be in this, to bring out even the making part of it, how it goes into the designing. So he was the one who suggested probably we can have the entire shoot there, and probably we could even shoot the model. And this is the first time that anything like this has happened, and I'm sure it's not happened with regard to any other brand as well. None of us had seen the actual output, the sari, right? It was the very first sari was woven, and it was the first one to see it was the photographer, he was the only person around to, and his team were there when we say, you need to cut the sari from the loom and roll it out. And the model was, I think she was the luckiest one, because I said it's almost like a baby being born and the parents not being able to see it, and somebody else gets to see it and hold it. So it was that kind of a feel, and I think she's a very lucky person, the model, because she just wore it as it rolled out of the loom. So this experience was something very interesting. So I really need to thank Mr. Selvan and his sons Karthik, Sunil and the entire team for this. And we don't work at it. We just happen to be ourselves, and see, the passion for silk is what is common between all of us. And what they could relate to all these years is my passion for silk and why I'm working in this route. It's not just the brand. There is also another reason for it, because always I've been trying to tell them the importance of youngsters wearing pattu sarees. That passion for silk that I have, which is the same as theirs. So I think that is why it is the love for the brand that I guess they have shown you, and I'm really happy about that, because that is how they are, because they are all very simple people, and all the weavers have always been very cooperative. So whatever concepts we give or designs we give, however easy it is or however tough it is, they have always tried to do it, always. And I should say all of us have been very lucky, both myself and the weavers, because the end product has always, it has ended up to be much better than what we have always visualized or started off with. Right from the sari with a matching mobile pouch to the various other concepts that we've had, some which have been real challenges to the weavers as well. To this day, all these concepts we have introduced with one basic thing in mind. The young gen of today needs to wear pattu sarees, and they need to wear more of it comfortably and pass it on to their next gen. So this has always been our focus, because it is not enough if the people who have always been wearing pattu sarees wearing it. We need more and more of youngsters to comfortably wear pattu sarees.